What is going on, folks? It's Saturday night. Quick update. I haven't been on social media live stream for a while. Kind of had a long, drawn-out day-to-day here today. It's been kind of a day I really haven't had a productive day today. I got some stuff done, but not much. But the reason I came on here just briefly, I'm not going to be on here long. It's starting to get cold in Chicagoland in the nighttime, but some temperatures are going to be warming up here pretty soon. But the reason I came on right now is because I kind of felt like it, and because I just wanted to focus on Saturday night. What I've noticed in the past couple of months here in the Chicagoland area, I've went out and had some drinks and went out to some bars and clubs on Friday, and I noticed that there's not many people that go out on Friday nights. It wasn't like that before. Back in the early 2000s and the 20-teens, 2010s, people used to go out a lot on Fridays, pretty just as much as Saturday, if not even more. And I know and I get it that Saturday night has always been a busier night for people to go out than Friday. How you doing, Tim Jones? Because throughout the years, people are tired of working their 9-to-5 job on Friday, and some people just don't feel like going out on Fridays, and they just crash at home or watch TV, put on a movie, do whatever. And then they just get a good night's sleep and rest, and then they're all amped up to go out Saturday night. It's always been like that, but I would say that back, let's just say in the 2010s, there would be probably, I would say, 25% more people out on a Saturday night compared to a Friday night. But nowadays in the 2020s, it just seems like there's literally 75% more people, more than double the amount of people that go out on Saturday compared to Friday. A lot of people don't go out on Friday like they used to. Again, I don't know what's changed, but that's what I've noticed. My conclusion is, why do people go out a lot on Saturday night more than Friday? Well, it seems like they're more well rested. They have the whole day off, because most people work Monday through Friday. Most people, I mean, there's a lot of people that do work on the weekends, but most people, most jobs are Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. A lot of jobs. I'm not saying all of them, I'm saying a lot of them. Yeah, it's cold over in Chicagoland too, yep. So, yeah, like I said, I noticed in the 2020s, there's a lot more people, I would say more than double the amount of people that go out on Saturday night compared to Friday nights. Compared to what it was, let's just say 10 years ago, it seemed like the amount of people that went out were, let's just say more than 10 years ago, be probably 25% more on a Saturday night compared to a Friday night. And now it's like 75% more. It's a lot more, really a lot more. And it is what it is. Like I said, the times change, people change, things change. Nothing ever stays the same. So my question to everybody watching this video, and I'm sure everybody's going to upload this, re-uploads on YouTube. What are you doing this Saturday night? What are you doing this Saturday night? I believe it's October the 8th right now. I'm not the best with dates, but I believe it's the 8th right now. What is everyone doing on the night of Saturday, October 8th, 2022? I know that most people, majority of Americans, what do most people do? Most people are going to stay at home, watch cable television, put on a movie, have a barbecue, cook dinner with their families, have a barbecue, and eat and stay at home and drink at home. You know, for those people that are into video games, you'll be playing video games at home, those gamer geeks. For those people that are drinkers, you'll drink. For those people that are smokers, you'll smoke cigarettes or alcohol. For those hookah smokers. But most people are, there's a lot of people that are introverts in our society. Not many people go out like they're used to, It costs too much to go out? Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Seriously, man. Nowadays, you go to a decent restaurant. I mean, most of the food is going to cost you, hell, $20 to $25 to eat anything. You're not including the tip. You're not including the tax. You're not really including dessert. You're not including going out and drinking. I mean, nowadays, hell, with the cost of things and how everything is right now, I mean, you need at least $100 a person a night. I mean, with the food and the tips and the drinks and taxes and all that, the cost of gasoline. I mean, hell, if you don't have $100 with you, you're in trouble. If you want to have a good time, and that's just having a cheap time. That's not even having a real good time, Hell, you go to a strip club. If you don't have $500 with you, you're not going to have a good time. $500 to $1,000. You go to a casino, and I don't gamble, but I'd assume you need at least $1,000 to have a good time. So yeah, society has got to the point where things are so expensive and overinflated and inflation that you're right, you need a lot of money to have a good time. I'm observing right now in this parking lot that I'm at, I see a security officer making his rounds in a vehicle patrol. They just came out right now. So whenever you see that, most of the time it's a sign that it's not a good area. There's a full moon out. I guess I'll show you guys the full moon. There it is. I know I don't have the best. My camera's good, but my glass is blurry here. But that's a full moon up there that you're looking at up there. So, anyways, this is just a question put out to the universe out there. What is everybody doing this Saturday, October 8th, 2022? What am I going to do? I don't think I'm going to do much, really. I'm kind of exhausted. I had to wake up early today. I had some important commitments to make. I really didn't get a chance to see my mom. Really didn't get a chance to really work on a Lisa Marie. And I went to this junkyard to try to find some parts for the Lisa Marie that I need. And I got there within closing time, couldn't get in. So I kind of feel unaccomplished. It was a cold, blustery day. It was cold and windy. It was pretty outside with the sun, but it wasn't pleasant to be outside. How this is a buddy of mine calling me. I'm gonna call him back. Let's see how many times it rings before it goes to voicemail. What are my plans for tonight? Well, really, I don't know. I was thinking of going out to the bar club scene, but I don't know if I'm jacked up for that, to be honest with you. It is what it is. I really don't know. I really don't know, to be honest with you. I really don't know what I'm going to do tonight, to be honest with you. I want to have a productive day tomorrow. I want to get some things done. I think the window is closing on getting things done because, the weather's going to be nice for pretty much the whole month of October. But once you get to the end of October, it starts to get pretty cold in Chicagoland. And, your window of weather, decent weather, closes. It gets cold. You really can't do any projects outside, work on the van or something, So I got a feeling this is going to be a very cold, hard winter in Chicagoland.
And I really want to stay at least till Christmas, but as cold as the weather has been, I'm assuming that it might be even too cold to stay here in December. But it's going to be brutal. I mean, you could tell it's already really cold right now. I think it was 35 degrees this morning. It was cold. So, anyways, it's just a question that I just want to put out there for everybody. A lot of people don't really comment on my Facebook videos that much anymore. I guess, I don't know what it is. But people take my videos or they upload them on YouTube and people comment there. And I've always been the person who's always tried to concentrate on my audience and see what they say. And it's always interesting to get to know people and what they do. And that's why I'm putting this question out there for the universe, for all that watch. What are you gonna plan? What do you plan on doing this Saturday night, October the 8th, 2022? Do you live in a van? Do you live in an RV? Do you have a king size or queen size bed at home? What are you gonna do tonight? What are you gonna eat? Where are you gonna go? Are you married? Do you have a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife? What are you gonna cook? What are you gonna do? It's just a question on a Saturday night. You know, because Saturday night is one of those nights, it's a special night in the world, in the United States of America. Over the years, like I said, it's been the night where a lot of people go out. But, anyways, I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to go out tonight. Like I said, I have to have an early start today, and I'm exhausted. You know, I mean, it's been a weird day today. It's just been a weird off day. It's been a nice day, sunny and bright. That's a full moon up there. But it was cold and it was windy. It was blustery, and it wasn't comfortable to be outside that long. And there was a lot of traffic outside, and I wasn't able to really accomplish that much today. Really, I really wasn't able to accomplish that much. And I like the days where I'm able to actually accomplish something. And today, I think due to the weather, due to my what I had to do on my errands list, to-do list, it really stopped me from having a productive day. But it is what it is. It is what it is, folks. You know, I have to savor and cherish these last few days here in October left that I know the weather's going to be okay. And after that, it's going to be going downhill in Chicago really fast. I believe this is going to be a very, very cold, blustery, and precipitation type style winter in Chicagoland. And it is what it is, folks. It is what it is. You know, I think it's been an interesting year. But you know something? This year has been fun. But I'm ready to wrap this year up. Really, I really am. It's been up and down for me. I've had some really good times. I've had some bad times. But I'm ready to wrap this year up and start a new year and start fresh and do it all over again, folks, you know. I don't know if I have any New Year's resolutions, but, you know, this has been a good year overall for me. I've had some trials and tribulations, but I've also had a lot of great times. It's been a very, very interesting year. Nonetheless, 2022 has been a very interesting year. I think 2023 is going to be a year where... it's going to be a year where there's going to be a lot of answers unveiled in the world, I think. I think 2022 has been a confusing year. It's been a year where you just don't know which way things are going to go. It's been very unpredictable, very up and down. I think 2023 is going to give us more of a picture of what life is going to be like in the United States of America and in the world, you know? How much is it in Chicago this weekend? Well, in Chicago, it's a lot higher. I'd recommend you look at gas, buddy. I was able to get gas for $3.99 a gallon, but just a couple of weeks ago, it went down to $3.49 in the suburbs, which was not bad. But it shot up 50 cents in the suburbs. And, you know, in Chicagoland, hell, I mean, there's gas prices here that are well over $5 a gallon. So I never get gas in Chicago. It's unbelievable the amount of taxes, you know. When you buy food, the other day I bought some food and it was 13% taxes. It's unbelievable the taxes that these cities, villages, and municipalities put on prepared foods. I think there's a special tax for prepared foods compared to foods that you buy in a grocery store. But it's unbelievable what the taxes. The taxes in Illinois are unbelievable. I mean, when you're talking about state income tax, it's very high. Then you have these taxes that these municipalities and villages add on prepared foods and other stuff. And it just adds up. It's really, really, really terrible. The nation is being taxed to hell. And Chicago is one of those places where the taxes are high, damn high. I mean, 13% tax on food, on prepared food, and some places it's 12%. But it's just come to the point where, hell, when is enough enough? How you doing, Mike? Nice to see you, brother. But like I said, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here. But just wanted to give you guys a quick update. What you're looking at up there in the sky, that's a full moon in the sky right there. I know you guys can't see it really good because my windshield is not very clean, but it is a full moon. The Halloween season is coming up. The holidays are coming up. Obviously Halloween. My favorite part of the holidays is actually Black Friday, where you can get a decent deal on some things. So I'm looking forward to Black Friday. I might purchase some tires for the Lisa Marie. See if there's any deals on that. Tires, it's time for tires for the Lisa Marie. But I'm going to see what else is available out there for the holidays for Black Friday. I'm looking forward to Black Friday, just seeing what's available out there. And, what's going on Black Friday. I'm looking forward to Black Friday. Besides that, guys, it is what it is. This is my favorite time of the year. It just seems that there's a pattern developing in Chicagoland that the weather is nice at the end of September and really good in October, and then it starts to go really downhill after that. Gas is about to go crazy. OPEC said they're cutting 2 million barrels of oil a day, unreal. Yeah, I mean, and like you say, when gas goes up, everything else goes up. I mean, it's just come to the point now where, you used to be able to go to McDonald's or, Wendy's, or you can get a combo deal for like $6, and now getting a combination deal with fries and drink and a sandwich at a fast food restaurant. People are accustomed to paying $10 or more. I mean, things have literally pretty much doubled. Pretty much doubled, but wages have not doubled. Doubled or more. I would say there's at least a 75-80% cost in inflation, and I don't think wages have went up 75 to 80%. So it's really hard to save money. It's really hard to get by. Everything is so much more expensive, and it's putting the pinch on everybody. We're dealing with so many problems, from the inflation to the high taxes, high state taxes, and we got the federal taxes to deal with, the high state taxes, all the taxes for these villages and municipalities. They have their own taxes, tax on tax on tax on top of tax on top of tax. You know what I'm saying? Really, the system is just inundated with taxes. Combination with a high inflation, rising gas prices, rising everything prices, rising rent prices. The pay rates have risen, but really, what does that matter if they've risen? The cost of everything else has risen even much higher than what the pay rates are rising. So, really, in this day and age, really, hell, if you're not making $20 an hour, you're in trouble. I think the minimum wage should be $20 an hour for everybody. I don't think, it's really hard to live under $20 an hour. It really is. Really, really is. I mean, it's come to the point where $20 an hour is just to keep your head above the water. You're not going to get rich $20 an hour, but I mean, hell, right now they talk about the minimum wage being 15. I think it should be 20. Yeah, I think everybody should be making $20 an hour. I mean, it's just you can't live. You can't live for, I mean, and And even if you're making $20 an hour, you're really just going to keep your head above the water, barely. I mean, it is what it is. What is the minimum wage in Chicago? I think it's probably 15 right now. Maybe a little more, but 15 give or take. It's more Cook County, which encompasses all of Chicago and the surrounding areas. But Cook County, Crook County, people call it Crook County. But I mean, like today, I got me a beef sandwich, a fries, and a drink, and it was $10 before tax. I mean, and nowadays that's actually a pretty good deal. But I mean, it just come to the point where fast food. It's not unusual to pay $10 or $15 or $12 to $15 for fast food. And, we're not even talking fine dining. I mean, and now you go to a restaurant, and the average cost of a plate of food really is pretty much $20 to $25 if you want to eat a decent meal, and you're not including dessert or drinks or the tip. I mean, it's come to the point where it's crazy. I mean, it really is. It really is. So, it is what it is, guys. What can we say? What can we do? We got to live with it. It's terrible. It's scary. It's crazy. But it is what it is. Any way you look at it, any way you slice it or dice it. The cost of labor at mechanics has went up. I mean, I remember most mechanics used to charge $60 to $80 an hour for labor. Now, you go to a lot of places, they charge $105 an hour for labor, $125. I've seen places post that they charge $150, $160, $180 for labor. I mean, hell, they might as well get to the point where they're charging $200 an hour for labor. I mean, it's unbelievable the labor costs that these mechanics are charging. They're probably paying the mechanics a lot more money. So mechanical work to get done, it's crazy. Mechanical work to get done, it's come to the point where when you have a breakdown, it costs more to fix your vehicle than paying rent. I mean, gas, with the cost of fixing your vehicle, see here. How much do you think a new set of tires will cost your rig? Well, right now, the tires that I need, they're running online anywhere between $150 to $200 a tire. When you could get those same tires a few years ago for like maybe $80, $90 a tire. But, yeah, the van life is getting really expensive really fast. Don't get me wrong, it's a fun life, it's filled with freedom, but with the cost of gas and the cost of maintenance parts and labor, I mean, it's coming to the point where it's actually getting more expensive to live in a van than live in an apartment. Because, if you didn't have a car and you just had an apartment, you just pay your rent. And yeah, the rent's high, but you know you're going to pay that amount every month. With owning a vehicle, you don't know what breakdown you're going to have and how much that breakdown is going to cost. And let's factor in the costs of really operating a vehicle. You're talking about insurance, maintenance, parts, labor for the mechanic, and gas costs. That's a lot of money. And right now, I mean, I'm not saying the van life is not the way to go. The van life is the way to go is if your vehicle is maintained impeccably and you don't have any breakdowns. That's the main part. Gas is going to go up. What can we do? But the scariest thing about living in a vehicle is when you have a mechanical breakdown, how much that breakdown is going to cost you. And sometimes it can be a lot more than rent. And that's the very scary thing about it. Like I said, at least if you're living in an apartment and you don't have a vehicle, you know what you're going to have to pay that amount of money every month. And that's it, But when you're living in a vehicle, you're in a whole different predicament because you don't know what the breakdown is going to be and how much it's going to cost, or how often you're going to have a breakdown. I mean, that's a scary thing. But it is what it is. So it is what it is. Any way you slice it or dice it, it's a scary proposition. But I've been lucky with Alicia Marie, knock on wood, and I do all I can that I am able to do to keep this rig on the road. And it's a scary, 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 scary predicament, Tires are expensive for that van. Doing must be some big tires. Yeah, this van I actually run bigger tires than what they recommend. I use LT, which is light truck tires, LT 245, 75R 16-inch rim, and they have to be a 10-ply E-load rated tire. Examples are the Goodyear Wrangler trailer Workhorse, Trailmark Workhorse. There's also the Cooper Discovery. There's a Firestone Highway Tread HT2. And really, the average cost of a tire right now for a vehicle like mine is anywhere between $150 to $200. That's on the low end of things. And you're not even talking about balancing, mounting, road hazard, taxes. I mean, it's insane. Literally, the tire prices have almost doubled. So, we're living in scary times. We really are. And the van life is still the way to go. But you do have to maintain your vehicle impeccably. You do have to minimize your driving. You do have to somehow it's very hard to cut costs on food, because food is expensive. It doesn't matter if you go to a grocery store, prepare your own meals, or get food outside of it. Food is high. Very, 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 very high. It's a killer. It's scary. It's a scary predicament, and when you look at it, any way you slice it or dice. One of my things that I tell people that one of the smartest things that you can do if you can afford it is to have a second vehicle on hand. Because if you rely on your vehicle to live in or to go to work in or for transportation, and one vehicle breaks down, you're in trouble. Because a lot of mechanics are so booked. A lot of mechanics are booked for 2 weeks to 3 weeks to a month or more. Or some mechanics are so booked that they don't want to even take new work in. Just like the healthcare system is overbooked. Yeah, mechanics are the biggest scammers. Absolutely. Yeah. We're living in Biden's. Yeah, I mean, but like I said, one of the scariest things, and I don't care if you live in a vehicle or you don't, mechanic shops. I don't like going to chains because chains are so expensive. But mechanic shops, a lot of mom and pop shops, I'm not saying they're not good people. Some of them are good people, some of them aren't. But the prices of labor are so high, and they're booked for 2-3 weeks or more, 4 weeks, a month. And it just comes to the point, if you're living in a motorhome, and that's why I thought to myself, and I said, wow, maybe having a truck camper is the way to go, because if your vehicle breaks down, you can still live in your truck camper and put it in an RV park and not be out there homeless on the streets. And that's why I always thought to myself, it wouldn't be a bad idea to get a truck camper, actually. And if your vehicle breaks down and it's too expensive to fix or it ain't worth it, then you can just buy another truck. And trucks, I'm not saying they're cheap, but it's cheaper to buy a truck than to buy a Class B camper van. But truck campers are a good RV, and I've always thought to myself that's one of the convenient things about having a truck camper. If you can't afford to fix your vehicle, or you're waiting for it to get fixed, or you need to take some time off, you can always put a truck camper in an RV park, or rent a truck, or buy another cheap truck to replace that. But it's scary. It's a scary, scary predicament, You got to be prepared. You got to be ready. And when it comes to vehicle breakdowns, you really don't know what's next or how much it's going to cost. And you're playing Russian roulette. And that's the scary thing about living in a vehicle. Because, that's what it is. This is what it is, All of a sudden, my buddy's calling me here. When I try to call him before, he wouldn't answer his phone. Now he's calling me day and night. I hope this doesn't show up on the actual hangout. Him calling me, but let's see. But anyways, guys, I just want to put this video out. I hope you guys have a good day. It's been an off day for me. Like I said, it was a nice day. It was a sunny day. But I had some commitments and errands, important errands that I had to run. But it's been a cold, blustery day. It wasn't a good day to be out, and um, also, bottom line is, I'm tired. I didn't get much sleep, and I'm just not in a good frame of mind right now. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to pop on out of here, guys. I hope you guys have a good Saturday night. Again, I'm going to leave you guys with this question. What are you going to do this Saturday night, October 8th, 2022? You can give me that answer in the comment section below here on Facebook, or I guess when all these people re-upload my videos on YouTube and people comment. What am I going to do? I think I'm going to get me a bite to eat, probably a slice of pizza or a hot dog or something, and just hit the sack, because I'm exhausted, to be honest with you. And that's pretty much about it, guys. If I take a nap and I feel good, I might go out a little bit tonight. I'm kind of tempted to, but I don't know if I just have the energy. But, anyways, guys, I'm going to pop on out of here. I hope you guys have a good night. And until we meet again, hope you guys enjoy the full moon in the sky on this Saturday night.